Hi guys! In this video, we will prepare our virtual machine for the malware analysis process. Let's start by configuring some shared folders. Going to Virtual Machine menu, Sharing Settings. As you can see here, we already have a configured shared folder and we have set up some permissions. In this case, read-only. We would advise to use read-only to make sure that your files are not deleted or modified by anything running on the guest virtual machine. We can access pretty simple by just going to VMware shared folders icon on the desktop, as you can see here. Or we can manually navigate to the folder by going to //VMware host. It's exactly the same. A few troubleshooting tips. In case this doesn't work, make sure that you have VMware tools installed, and if you do, then try to install and reboot the virtual machine. This usually solves the problem. Second thing on our list, we need to set up networking. As we mentioned in the previous lecture, to make sure that there is no communication with our production environment or the internet from the virtual machine, we will use host-only networking mode. So we go to Network Adapter Settings and make sure that host-only is selected. Let's see how the network interface looks like. Okay, just follow me here. Now, if we want to be extra cautious, we can even change the network adapter settings to disconnect mode. In this case, we make sure that we cannot make a mistake and accidentally set up NAT or breached mode. When disconnected, if we issue the same command, we'll notice there's no media adapter. For the moment, let's use the host only. Okay. Let's see if we can reach our virtual machine from the host operating system. Notice that we receive an error and at the moment we're not able to ping the virtual machine. This is because we have Windows Firewall enabled. In our analysis process, it would be very useful to disable any firewall or endpoint security solution to make sure it doesn't block or negatively interact with our malware that we are analyzing. So let's disable first the firewall. In order to do that, let's go to Control Panel, Windows Firewall, and then for the public guest or public network, we'll just disable it. Let's check connectivity again. Perfect. Now we can reach our guest from the host and vice versa. we will need to do the same settings on our host and disable any firewall that we might have enabled in order to communicate from the guest to the host. But let's not worry about this at the moment. Let's disable the Windows Defender as well. In order to do that, we go to Settings and turn Real-Time Protection off. Great. The only thing we're left to do before actually starting our analysis is to take a snapshot of our clean state before running anything. We're going to Virtual Machine Settings, then Snapshots, and as you can see, we already have a snapshot taken. We'll use this button to create another one. Alright. Another useful thing that we can use snapshots for is during debugging process, because snapshots will actually conserve the complete state of the virtual machine, including any running programs, registries, memory state, and so on. Let's see how this works in practice. We'll debug any application for the purpose of this exercise. It doesn't actually matter which. Let's say we're debugging OnlyDBG itself. Open the file, start the execution, progress a bit through the code, and then let's take a snapshot. Take the snapshot. Now we close our software and let's show that after we restore the snapshot, our analysis will be back where we left off. Going to snapshots again, select the debugging snapshot and then restore. We're going to wait a little bit. As you can see, it takes a short while because when we're using snapshots while the Windows is running, it actually has to conserve the whole state of the memory of the virtual machine. So depending on how much memory you have, it might take a bit longer. So as you can see, we're right where we left off, and we can continue our analysis. We can debug the program. Everything is exactly the same. Let's close this for the moment. Let's recap. In this video, we've seen how to set up shared folders, how to configure networking, disable settings, how to disable endpoint security, how to disable the firewall, and how to create snapshots during the analysis process. Thank you and see you in the next lecture.